The informal meeting of the heads of state of the Organisation of Turkic States has concluded here in the city of Turkistan, the spiritual capital of the Turkic world, with the adoption of the Turkistan Declaration, a substantial part of which deals with the matters related to AI governance, digital transformation, digitalization of practically every aspect of our life, including connectivity and governance, and many other related matters central to the concept of Turkic unity and Turkic integration. Of course, the one thing which is very essential and springs to one's mind while discussing this particular informal summit is the location. The very first informal summit took place in Shusha back in 2024. Hungary was there as an observer state, we remember that. Second one was in Budapest, and third one is taking place here in Kazakhstan, in a city which is widely acknowledged as of 2021 as a cultural, spiritual capital of the Turkic world. Of course, this place has got its own unique underpinnings. It's a cradle of Kazakh culture. It's very close, by the way, to Kazakh-Uzbek border, not far away from it. And in many ways, in the person of the Hoca Ahmet Yasavi, which is an embodiment of the cultural, the elements associated with the very core of Kazakh national dignity and also wider Turkic world, and many developments of vital significance are taking place. I mean, of course, there's a melange of culture, history, and the embodiment of which happens to be the mausoleum of Hoca Ahmet Yasavi, the blue, the turquoise dome of which seems to dominate the skyline here in this lovely city of Turkistan. In the same way as that dome dominates the landscape here, the many future-oriented, digital-related matters are dominating the landscape within the context of the meeting of the heads of state. All the major states are present here, including President Aliyev, who arrived, and during his speech he put a special emphasis on the close relations between the city of Turkistan and Shusha, and also, of course, many other related matters involving digital connectivity between primarily Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan, with a fiber-optic cable being mentioned. And it has been said, and President Aliyev was very clear, that in the coming months we will see the further implementation of that very project, but also, of course, the central underlying sensibility driving the discussion here was about digital sovereignty, AI facilitated induced language models, with the impression given that basically the Turkic world is charting a new path, and within that path there is a unique Turkic civilisational identity. Today, talking about Turkic civilizational identity, the virtual groundbreaking ceremony of the Turkic Civilizational Center happened as well. Well, of course, however informal this meeting may be, this summit may be, the designation informal does not limit the significance attached to this very meeting. It is important in its own right in the first place, with digital subject dominating the landscape here, but also, of course, it is laying in a way foundation for further discussions and for further, of course, formal meeting, which will take place in Turkey. Azerbaijan assumed the leadership of the chairmanship of the Organisation of Turkic States back in last year, when the 12th formal summit took place in Gabala, and President Aliyev's speech was also, of course, very important in that very context as well. Well, Turkistan Declaration is incredibly important. It's also important to mention that in addition to the 5 major member countries, the president of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus was present as well. There was no representation from Hungary, and of course questions have been asked about to what extent Hungary's foreign policy subsequent to the formation of a new government will change or not. There has been no indication that any change is in the offing, but that also has been the part of the discussion today in the city of Turkistan, in the spiritual capital of the Turkic world. Well, that's all for now. Elbrus Musayev, Orkhan Amashov, AnewZ Turkistan.